What up, burnt ones? This is the Sunburnt podcast where we talk about comedy and tropical travel. To my right, as always, is my illustrious host. You know him from Netflix and his unbelievable stand-up special, Move Closer. It's Philadelphia's own Chip Chantry.
And over here to my left is Emmy award-winning writer, producer, and man who got involved in an incident at 7-Eleven yesterday that he's not legally allowed to talk about, Thomas O'Brien.
I can't really talk about it, but it did involve one large slurp. I won't finish the phrase. It was a slurp blank that got dumped on a very mouthy cashier. And I guess my only comment is no comment / not sorry.
Okay. I think we can get a rough sketch of what happened without really involving the authorities.
The good news is for all parties, it was a sugar-free incident.
That's the best part because we're being healthy here on the Sunburnt podcast.
We're making smart choices.
Speaking of parties, Thomas.
Yeah.
Are you ready to party?
I'm ready to party, Chip. Like you did apparently all weekend long, we're going to do a quick rundown on Chip's trip to Portland, Maine, one of your favorite cities on the planet.
The tropical, beautiful, tropical, lush Portland, Maine.
You showed me the pictures. It was tropical adjacent. Looked amazing, man. Yeah. We're talking about a club Chip and I are not members of. I'll give you one hint. It's Mile High. And then we're also talking about the new luxury traveler. We're talking about Jimmy Buffett Facts, the man. And we're dipping into the good book once again for some Guinness Book of World Record trivia. Chip, I'm buzzing with excitement for this episode, buddy.
Dude, I'm getting a little tingly. You know what I think we need to do as we get started in? Do we need to...
Slather? Are you talking about a good old-fashioned slather?
Good old-fashioned slather. Get that sunblock on. I had it on all week up in Maine.
Oh, me too.
Putting it on right now in the basement. Feeling good about that. It's just that smell. It wakes you up. Yeah. It wakes you up in the morning. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, dude. It puts you in a nice state of mind. Mm-hmm. If you guys are ever in a bad mood, just get a freaking old-fashioned slather going. You won't regret it.
Feeling very good right now.
We're on that Hawaiian Tropic, dude. That's what we're on. All right, guys. This is the Sunburnt podcast where we talk about comedy and tropical travel. If you're into those two things, stay tuned. Front desk.
Hi, this is Mr. Chantry in room 308. Could you please send up 2 irons?
2 irons?
Yes, and some paint cans, 100 feet of clothesline, a blowtorch, a bag of feathers, some super glue, and 100 micro machines.
Mr. Chantry, you cannot keep trying to home alone the maid.
She knows what she did.
Chip!
Tommy!
It's episode 29 of the Sunburnt podcast. We are 83 days away from Chip Chantry. That's you, buddy. Chip Chantry's Thanksgiving in Paradise. 83 days. Can you even believe it?
No, it is getting very, very real.
In my world, everybody's flights are booked.
Yeah.
My family and some of the friends that are coming, the flights are booked, buddy. That is about as real as it gets.
Mm-hmm. I'm booking mine literally this week, and we're hopping on that plane. Probably not joining a club that we're going to talk about a little bit later, but
I hope not.
We are getting to Hawaii. So please feel free. If you are watching right now and you're thinking, what are they talking about? We're doing some comedy shows in Hawaii the night before Thanksgiving. We're inviting you. If you're like, man, I got to get together. I got to figure out my holiday plans, my Thanksgiving travel. Come out to Hawaii with us. We talked about it last week. Travel is actually a little cheaper than it was before. And statistically. And come on out, have a good time. Be like, why not? Why not be? This is the year. Just go for it. Come out to Hawaii. Let's see a show.
I can't wait. Yeah. I mean, and first of all, we are very pro you guys coming out to see the show. Like, we're excited. We're promoting it. Chip's performing it.
Yep.
But we are even more pro getting your tush to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And spending Thanksgiving there. So if you have any interest in just having the best Thanksgiving experience you possibly can, book that flight.
Yeah.
Come to Hawaii with us, hang out, and if you're there, just kick it up that one extra notch. Come see this show. It's going to be an amazing time. Chip's got a new hour. It's blazing hot. We're going to have some other people joining us. And if you want to get tickets, go to sunburntpodcast.com or bluenotehawaii.com. If you even Google it, it's going to pop up with 50 ticket resellers that are really charging some crazy prices. It is getting wild. So go to one of those two sources. You'll get the real tickets. There's still non-resale tickets available. So come on out, dude.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome. And I can't believe that we're going to be tooling around Hawaii that week together, bud. We've never been together. You've never been, period.
No, to Hawaii.
It's where I love to spend Thanksgiving week, if I can, with my family. And yeah, dude, I'm just so excited about the whole thing. It's getting so real. Tickets are booked, and my mind keeps drifting more frequently to Hawaii, and I couldn't be any more excited about it.
Yeah, me too. I'm super stoked. I'm also stoked about this episode right now, Tommy.
Dude, I'm just so happy we're doing this, man.
Yeah.
I freaking love doing it with you.
Let's not isolate that right there, that sound clip, but
especially on the Mile High Club episode.
Yes, yeah,
no,
exactly.
I love doing it with you, and I just thank you all so much for even caring about this thing. Like, I really can't believe how many people are checking out the podcast, how many people are watching the clips and all this stuff. Like, we have done the work to go 29 episodes deep on this bad boy, but I'm just incredibly grateful that, people are into this kind of positive, fun thing we're trying to do, and don't outright hate you and I. I think that's a testament.
I think that is a huge testament that we usually don't get, is the visceral loathing of one or the both of us. And I think that's a net positive we have going for this podcast.
It is. I think it's like two little trolls who by themselves, pretty unappealing. People don't want to be around. But when you put them together and you see like they have a weird, almost human-like friendship going, you kind of root for them. You stick around and watch, see how they interact. But like you feel a little bit of what's, two human beings would call friendship forming between them. And maybe that's what people are getting out of this.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. We are two trolls in a trench coat making one Shrek. Or at least Shrek 5, the final adventure. I don't want to put us up with the first few Shreks, but we are in the Shrekosphere. I'll say that.
Yeah, we're doing Shrek cosplay.
Yep.
Double stacked, and people are probably tuning out now.
Yeah.
But up to this point have been into it. Chip, you were in Portland, Maine. One of your favorite towns on the planet, doing comedy this weekend. How did that go, man? It's Labor Day weekend, long weekend. You really got to dig your teeth into that city.
Portland has my bite marks all over it right now.
Ooh, evidence.
It was great. So last Sunday, so a week ago, I did a show at Empire Comedy Club, newer comedy club up in Portland. It's beautiful. It was so much fun. Worked with some two brothers that were Chris and Pat were great, who are actually going to be moving to Philadelphia soon. So I got to see some new up and coming Philly comics who are in Portland now, and they're moving down to Philly, which is cool. And so we did a show, and I actually had it was really fun because I had some friends come out, some family friends that I know from up in Maine. I had some college friends that are up in that area. Some other people came up to see me. So that It was just a blast to have like that. It was like a home crowd in an away arena.
The chantry heads are traveling well these days.
They really are. Yeah, the chant heads are just making their presence known. And it was just great. It was, and it's in one of my favorite towns, Portland. So the show was a lot of fun. And then my wife and I just got to spend a couple of days. We just decided to make it a little vacay.
You got to.
Spent the week up a good part of like 4 or 5 days up in Portland, and then on the way home we stopped in Salem, Massachusetts, home of the witch trials,
baby.
Man, what a travesty that was. We don't have time. This is not exactly a true crime deep dive historical podcast per se.
Yeah.
Yet.
Not per se.
Yet. But I just want to let all the listeners know that the next 7 episodes after this one are solely dedicated to the history and intricacies of the Salem witch trials.
That will lead us right up to Chip Chantry's Thanksgiving in Paradise, that 7-episode run where we talk about nothing tropical.
It's all witches all the time.
Depressing, cold, ladies that didn't have a lot going for them, that the community decided we're going to make sure even less is going for them.
Yeah. Let's just say that some of these Puritans will at some point open up their cloaks and they will be wearing some sweet, sweet Hawaiian shirts. That's all I'll say. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, we do have some tropical Easter eggs sprinkled throughout.
Yeah. No, but it was in all seriousness, it was great to be in Salem, and so we're there. We decided to go. We were just there for one night in Salem. We go for a walk. A walking tour. My wife booked a tour.
Okay.
We're on this walking tour. This great guy, Dean, was our tour, and he was like taking us through like very historic, talking about the witch trials and just the history of Salem and all. And about like 10 minutes in, he sees I have a Helium Comedy Club sweatshirt, and he's like, "You're Chip Chantry." And I'm like, "Yeah." And he actually opened for me. He's a comedian too. He opened for me at a show in New Hampshire right before the pandemic, and I was like, "Oh my God, Dean!" And like totally remembered him, and just couldn't put the name with the face right away. And then it was once he said that. So we had a tour guide who I did stand up with a couple years ago, which was like so much fun to see. But yeah, no, Salem was amazing. I wish we had more time there, but Portland was incredible. It's one of those things where we have our, this. You were kind of talking about this about San Diego and some other places I know with Hawaii, like. We've been to Portland a bunch of times now, so we just have those haunts that we have, that are just. We have the Porthole, which is open for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and drinks every day. It's right there on the water. You sit there. Literally, we have breakfast there, and like the fish packing plant right across the little it's a water. I'm gonna call it a water alley. It's like just in the marina. We'll just throw fish out, and like this seal comes up every morning to grab the fish. So it's like breakfast and a show.
Breakfast and a show.
And then we just have some of, without getting into all of it, like we just have some of our favorite restaurants, favorite bars. Like I said, we get to see those friends. But we did. I've been going to Maine since I was a child. And the one thing we never dove into, which sounds crazy, is I don't think we ever really spent a lot of time visiting lighthouses.
Oh yeah,
dude. I've always been a lighthouse fan. I mean, it's just, who doesn't like a lighthouse, right?
Everybody loves a lighthouse.
It's large, it's majestic, it's on the water, it's saving sailors' lives. And
yeah, only positive.
Yeah, there's no negatives. Don't watch that Willem Dafoe movie. There's some negatives there.
Oh, The Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse
with Mr. Pattinson.
Yes, yeah, but. We saw 3 of them over the weekend. The last one, especially Portland Head Lighthouse, is kind of like the most picturesque. It's sort of like the lighthouse. When you see Maine advertised, a lot of times that's the lighthouse. It's just beautiful on the water. You might have seen a picture that I posted on Instagram at Chip Chantry, and I used to do a joke about this years ago, and I don't even remember where the joke went, but the gist was I want to live in a lighthouse. And I really wish that could be my job. I wish they're still using them, but they're obviously more automated. But to live in a lighthouse, or at least the little lighthouse, cottage they have right there, and then your job is to run up the steps, make sure the lights are blinking right, make sure the everything's going smooth, and just chilling out on the coast. Looking out, knowing that you're a hero, saving lives, but then just you got a view all day. And when you're up in that lighthouse, nobody's bothering you. That's another beautiful thing. You're just looking out over the ocean.
Yeah, it seems very peaceful. Here's my question. I know you pretty well, Chip. This is the one wrench I'll throw in the gears of this lighthouse fantasy you have. Your job as the lighthouse keeper is to make sure that everything mechanically stays intact.
Yes.
What happens to you at 3 a.m. when you wake up and that lighthouse is not shining and you can't get it back on? How are you feeling then?
Oh, I would lose it, Thomas. I would lose my mind.
So you got to see this lighthouse. You're on your lighthouse vibe. And I'm telling you right now, dude, there is a great lighthouse in Waikīkī in
Really?
Hawaii. So, yeah, and I think it's probably, I mean, not to spoil, but I think it's probably where we're going to be doing our Turkey Trot on Thanksgiving morning.
Dude,
we're going to be running right by it.
I think I'm going for a run right after this episode. A, just to get the rage out of my body, and B, to prep for that little 5K.
Little 5K.
Yeah.
And I'm also not entirely sure about the link we have on the website for the 5K sign up. I just don't know how legit it is anymore. I've been doing some digging around, and I can't find the direct connection to this 5K. as a pair compared to last year's Turkey Trot.
Okay.
Like I just can't find the through line. It's not on the same. It's on the same website. That's like a kind of a fundraising website.
Sure.
But I don't see it connected to the website of the running club that kind of put it on last year.
Okay.
So I might be shaking that up.
I'll say you and I will run a 5K, and if anybody wants to join us, we'll be there.
Oh, please. Yeah. For goodness sakes, if you don't feel comfortable with the organization that's putting it on, just come run with us.
Yeah.
You don't need to, I support that organization if it's the right thing.
Yes.
But if you just want to come take a jog with me and Chip, we are hitting it Thanksgiving morning. We're going to earn that turkey dinner.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
All right, buddy. So outside of the lighthouse, anything else, dude?
Dude, no, it was just like the wife and I just had a great time. Had a couple of drinks. Got to wear some Hawaiian shirts in Portland. I saw a couple of burnt ones walking around wearing those Hawaiians. It was just kind of, it was nice to see.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds awesome. And also, like, I don't know who took it, but there was a very stylistic photograph of you doing stand up at Empire.
Yeah, that was Lucas, the owner of Empire himself. And
oh, really?
Yeah. So man, he's a man of many talents.
It looked incredible, dude. You looked like just a superhero of comedy there.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you. It was a fun show.
So go check that out. This weekend, Chip, I went down to San Diego.
Any lighthouse sightings?
Maybe.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of it. Like if it did, I've been down there so many times it just washed over me, and I didn't.
I feel like every house in San Diego is a lighthouse. It's its own little lighthouse.
Yeah, I mean they really have a lighthouse mentality as a community that we all need to put together our individual candles to make one bright light.
Exactly.
But went down there, and just the highlight for me, dude. Jake's Del Mar. It is an offshoot of Duke's, which originated in Waikīkī.
Beautiful. Which
has my favorite Mai Tai in the whole world, the Duke's Mai Tai. So Jake's Del Mar has the Duke's Mai Tai. And we just, me and some friends, my wife and some friends stopped by there before dinner to get some drinks at sunset, looking over the beach. It was a real magical time. And then just had a great, long weekend down there in San Diego.
You and I were at like two of the opposite ends of the continental United States, looking over two separate oceans.
Yeah.
There's a real Fievel Goes West somewhere out there vibe. We were both looking at the same moon over the same crazy globe. This marble floating in space.
The ocean connects us all, dude.
It does.
Like, that's one continuous body of water. You were in the Atlantic, I was in the Pacific, but those waters meet.
We're getting deep on this. We're getting deep. Okay, I'm saying it right now. I'm canceling the next 7 episodes of the Salem Witch deep dive.
Yeah.
And I think we're just getting spiritual for the next 7 episodes. We're just going to get in, talk about the vibes and the tides of the oceans. We're going to talk about crystals. I think the benefits of crystals.
Yeah.
How our minds, if we meditate at the same time, could affect the tides.
Let me put this in your pipe and see if you want to smoke it.
Okay.
Speaking of spiritual, that beautiful ocean, the picturesque thing that I saw, the sun setting over, which it still blows my mind. Like, I've spent time on the East Coast.
Yeah.
And the fact that the sun does not set over the ocean still floors me.
Mathematically, we can't get it to work. We've tried. We've crunched the numbers many times.
You got to wake up early and see that sun rise over the ocean.
Yes, which I do love, which is amazing. Yeah.
But watching it set into that ocean, while at the same time knowing I could not go into the beach because of fecal, or go into the water because of fecal contamination. The beaches were shut down in San Diego this weekend because too much doo-doo in the drink.
Oh, so no surfing, no boogie boarding.
No, I didn't boogie at all. Because bacteria count through the roof, baby. Just like views on this podcast, it's very tied to the bacteria count in the Southern California coastline.
And lots of doo-doo. Yeah.
Lots of doo-doo.
Dude, that's great, man, though. I love a good Mai Tai at sunset.
Oh, dude. It wasn't just a good Mai Tai. It's the best Mai Tai. And the weather was perfect. And we just got some good news. A friend of ours is having another baby. They were very excited. And, life just keeps going on. the waves keep crashing, and people keep taking boom booms in the Pacific.
Yes,
so
they did.
Only one of those things do I wish would change.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing. So you got to celebrate that.
Yeah, and there's nothing like drinking a Mai Tai in front of a freshly pregnant lady who can't
do it. It's like, we're celebrating you, so just sit there and watch.
Just sit there and watch us eat fish appetizers and drink alcoholic beverages. And this is also true. Then drive us all to the restaurant because you are the designated driver.
That's got to be a blast for her. So, wow, that feels good.
If it wasn't a blast, she faked it.
I have to tell you this. I did not have a Mai Tai, unfortunately. I did have a bunch of great drinks. I did have a Roma Paloma, which is they're making it a very tropical feeling drink at this place called CBG's, which was this great place that we found in Portland. But I got to tell you about our favorite celebratory drink, Thomas.
You got to tell me, Chip. I want to hear about it.
I'm not going to name the pub, but we're at this little bar in Portland that we love to go to, and it's no frills. It is a no frills, kind of down and dirty, like fun.
There's just a sign that says bar on the outside.
Yeah, basically.
And you walk in. I'm picturing a lot of wood on the inside.
Yes. And we go in, and it's just sort of some regulars there. There's not that many people. It's the type of place where they play. There's like a jukebox playing music, right? Yeah. And then on TVs all around are like second tier music videos, like MTV knockoff videos. Like it'll be a video for like, let's say a Bon Jovi song from the 80s, but it won't be the official video. It'll just be like another different video for it.
Like fan made?
You know how like when you do karaoke and there'll just be like a video where it's just like
just sunsets and stuff?
Yeah, and a guy driving a scooter in slow motion, but it's like You Give Love a Bad Name. Like it's like that, right? So it's just this channel that shows off-brand videos of music, like a lot of hair metal and stuff from the 80s. But here's the beautiful part. The music that's playing is from the jukebox, isn't connected to those TVs at all. So you're watching a video you can see because you're looking at the words, and it'll be like Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer, but it's not the Living on a Prayer video. But the music that's playing is something completely different, is a Tom Petty song. So that's just beautiful right there. Yeah,
that's a real, it keeps you on your toes is what it does.
Yes, it does. And so we go in, and the bartender, she's very sweet, and we each ordered a Tito's and soda because we're just like, hey, trying to stay
keeping it
sugar.
Clean. I like it.
Yeah. She gave us all of the Tito's and a splash of soda each, and we're like, this is like 3 p.m. too. This was just like our kickoff drink, and we're like, I'm done for the night. Like, it was all vodka. It was just all vodka, and we're like, all right,
was
great.
she generous with the limes, Chip?
Very generous, cutting up that citrus for us too.
I think that's where the true generosity lies. You can tell how well they're taking care of you if they're good on the citrus.
Yes. So then she starts talking to us. She finds out we're from Philadelphia, but like, hey, we've been here before. We love coming to Portland. We love coming to this bar. And she's like, oh, great. She goes over, grabs something out of a fridge, throws us each a Jell-O shot, Thomas. A Jell-O shot each. And it was the most potent Jell-O shot I've ever had in my entire life. It was the most alcoholic Jell-O shot I've ever consumed. So now it's 3:15 p.m. We just wanted to kick off, like just a little bevy.
Yeah.
Here we've had like 9 shots of vodka each and a Jell-O shot, which somehow had about 4 shots of vodka in it. I don't know how that's possible. But we were off to the races by 3:30 on Wednesday.
That's like a real frat start.
Frat-Start Wednesday, and it continued as such.
How did you and Kim handle that? Because I know that you're not the biggest booze bags on the planet, but you're starting off at, by my calculations, what must be 4 shots.
Yeah, it was a lot.
At 3 o'clock. Was there a nap factored into the day?
There was already a nap that happened that day.
Okay.
And it was so much so that like we went back to our hotel before we like went out for dinner, and I was like, do you just want to lay down for a few minutes? And my wife was like, no. She's like, we are not laying down because if so, we are not getting back up.
Smart.
We just had to kind of rally and just like, all right, we're going to walk around. We had to buy some gifts for some people, some like, my parents watched the dog. We wanted to get them a little something. So we did a little drunk shopping in Portland, and that kind of revitalized. By the way, drunk shopping, and I apologize, you can't see it right now, Thomas, because of my technical difficulties, but I got a new hat. After all these years, I finally got a beautiful baseball hat that I love. It's their big thing down up there in Maine right now is the Maine. A lot of these places, it's the Maine flag from 1901, so it's their state flag, which is just this white flag with a cutout of a pine tree with like a blue star up in the corner. So that's all it is. It's like very basic, very clean. Love it. So I got that on my hat, but instead of the pine tree, it is just a green cutout of Sasquatch. So it's just Sasquatch with a star in it. So, and I bought it when I was drunk, and I feel very happy that I did.
Is there Sasquatch mythology around Maine? Is there been sightings?
I think so. I mean, you're up there in the woods. People have, and I've partied with some people in Maine. You've definitely seen some animals up there that that aren't in the regular genus or species, taxonomical hierarchy. There might be some Yetis and some Jersey Devils, maybe a couple of Sasquatch or two.
That sounds like a great hat. Yeah. I can't wait to see it someday.
I know. Someday, Thomas. Someday. So maybe I'll probably wear it to Hawaii. I will have it to block the sun. Speaking of going to Hawaii, I think we need to get into this right now.
Let's get into it.
We had a couple who were very excited to go to Hawaii recently. That made the news. That's how excited they were to go to Hawaii, Thomas.
Everybody's excited to go, but very few people make the news.
Yeah, just based on enthusiasm. But these two did. There is a couple that has made news because they apparently, and we're gonna let our viewers and listeners decide this.
Yeah,
they apparently joined the Mile High Club while on a flight to Honolulu.
Ugh.
Gross, right?
Yep.
Okay.
A little gross.
Thomas, real quickly, I want you to walk me through this. Neither of us are members of the Mile High Club, but let's just say you were, like hypothetically, whatever. How does that go? I need you. You're on a plane. You're with your significant other. Maybe you're a younger single guy. There's a nice gal that's 2 rows over. Whatever. Okay. Can you just walk without getting too graphic, walk me through the details of how one or two would join the Mile High Club. Like, how does that go down on a plane? So you're in a plane, 30,000 feet. You decide it's going to happen. What do you do?
I can't imagine this happening in broad daylight. I feel like most people it would kind of be like an overnight thing where a lot of people were dozed off and sleeping and not paying attention because it's just so obvious. Like, you got to get 2 people, I think, into the lavatory, which isn't big enough for one person generally.
Right.
And I can tell you right now, I've changed a baby in those bathrooms.
Okay.
And there's barely enough room for me and a baby.
Right.
Like,
yeah,
it is. Yeah, I just can't imagine 2 grown adults doing it stealthily and having any kind of enjoyment. It's just like a gross environment in there, those kinds of bathrooms. I don't know. You kind of got to be in a real animalistic state to want to / try to accomplish that. But I think a lot of it, the prestige of it, the magic trick of it all is getting 2 people to a private area on an airplane without other people knowing it. And I just don't see how you do that unless it is a red eye where you are pretty confident everybody else is asleep.
Well, here's the good news, Thomas.
Okay, give me the good news, Chip.
This couple did not have to go to a private area.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Tell me.
They just did it right where they were, apparently. Right in the row.
Oh, boy. Okay. In the seats?
In the seats, yeah. Now, okay, couple of issues. First of all, this was a flight from Minneapolis to Honolulu. Mm-hmm. Right away, red flags. Okay, that shouldn't be a flight that you can take. You get on a plane in Minneapolis and then you land in Honolulu.
It's all starting to make a little more sense, though, Chip. Can you imagine what they're escaping? This is like breaking out of a winter prison for them.
Yeah.
They've lost all sense of reality. They were able to go on a website, buy a plane ticket, and escape what I'm assuming was a Minnesota winter and be heading to paradise.
And then just be bombarded with Prince songs constantly, and you're just feeling the vibe.
The amount of talent, the amount of just erotic vibes rolling through their systems, mixed with the thawing that's happening as they, fly over the continental divide. Yeah, from Minnesota to Honolulu. Yeah, it doesn't seem like it should exist, but it does.
There should be another stop to acclimate you. I feel like you would get the bends. You know how like if a diver comes up too quickly?
Maybe that is this version of the bends.
They may have bubbles in their bloodstream. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's kind of like saying that it's like that's like a flight from Moscow to Cancun. Should not happen. Do you know what I mean? You can't do that.
Yeah.
It's not allowed.
This flight is what it sounds like.
Right.
When doves cry.
And doves did cry, my friend.
Doves would cry. They are very proud. They are very modest creatures.
Yes. Okay. Now, here's where I am taking issue with this entire story, okay? Because the headline was Mile High Club, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, made TMZ, even though they're not celebrities, but they're celebrities now. It occurred right in the row, right at their seats. Now, here's the problem, okay? I don't want to get kicked out of YouTube for this, and also I don't like to be too crass or whatever. But let's just say this was not lovemaking, all right?
Okay.
Let's just say there was a blanket involved, and Thomas, are you familiar with the Minneapolis slide whistle?
No.
Okay, well, if you can use your imagination, it was not. They were not trying to make a baby. Let's just say that, okay?
Okay, I get it.
It was just one lady helping out a gentleman, okay?
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay? So is that really the Mile High Club? I don't think that counts because it's not.
Yeah, that's not the traditional understanding.
Yeah.
I think, we talked about Fifth Base a couple weeks ago when the movie Together came out.
Yes.
We saw...
we saw Fifth Base in the movie,
do make Fifth Base the most uncomfortable thing we've ever seen. I think the Mile High Club normally starts a base before that.
Yes.
A home run, fourth
and
base, whatever you want to call that.
Third base, let's call it. So
let's say third base in the open air. This is just kind of a weird, gross, selfish thing to do, I think.
Yes.
On an airplane, especially if you're not good enough at it to not get caught, which they clearly weren't because it ended up on TMZ, which oddly enough in 2025 is maybe one of my top 3 trusted news sources.
Me too. It's that. It's Yahoo and just my neighbor on the corner that I walk past every morning tells me about the Phillies and any other conspiracy theories he's got. Those are the only trusted news sources. So again, I don't even think they get Mile High status. I don't think that counts. Plus, by the way, in the article, it just said that they were doing it right there in their economy seats, which, first of all, feels like a little slap in the face. Seems a little classist that they had to, say that it was in the economy section. But at the same time, very believable. I think we can agree that that's not necessarily happening in first class. You know what I'm saying?
I think they are talking more about the logistics of it, though.
Yes,
that does make it a little more. It's hard. That does make it a little more aggressive.
Yes,
you're crammed in there, probably next to other people.
Yes,
there's not a lot of leg room.
No,
there's not a lot of room side to side.
Nope.
I get why they would mention it, and it seems like something that TMZ would bring up. You know what I mean?
Of course. Yeah, because they just have to, do that. This was brought to TMZ's attention, I guess, because literally the guy next to them was just like, "This is happening. This is crazy. I'm going to take out my phone and, film this."
Oh, there was a video of it.
Yeah, and I don't know if they actually posted the video. There's a still from it. So, you can see the still, but I think maybe it would be illegal just to post that video for whatever.
Yeah, too graphic. That's
exactly.
Pornographic.
Right. So it's just a still from it, but you can see what's happening there. Again, a blanket, whatever. So yeah. So apparently, they land in Hawaii, and waiting for them were the FBI and some local deputies at the airport.
And those are federal breast inspectors?
Federal booby inspectors. Exactly. Let's just say when they met them at the airport, this is the first time a couple had a lay before they got to the airport.
Oh, that's true.
You see what I'm saying? They did not get a lay when they landed, but they were met instead with FBI agents and deputies, which is amazing because that means it was radioed ahead that like you have to have authorities there because this is going down.
Yeah.
That's a fun cockpit conversation.
Yeah.
Like whenever you have to call, like, hey, God forbid, there are terrorists on this plane, or
I know
and two engines have gone down, or at the very least, we have a very unruly passenger who is assaulting other passengers. They're like, hey, we got a 369 here, and like they're just like, all right, boys, meet him at the airport. We got a couple of dirty dogs back in row 27, and they're just like, all right, we'll see you at the airport, and they land. So that has to be one of the most fun distress calls you can make from a cockpit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it normally is so serious. That is just a little gross, a little weird.
And it's like, have some respect for air travel. This is an airplane flying over the Pacific Ocean. This is not a charter bus on a senior class trip to Washington, D.C. Do you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they stepped off the plane. They were expecting a lay. They got arrested. Yeah. And also, like, you're getting off that plane.
You're getting on that plane and getting off. Go ahead, Thomas.
I mean, he was.
The floor is yours.
But, like, as one of the other passengers, let's say you didn't see what's happening.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden you get off and there's all these authorities. Your brain's just going to run wild. Like, what was going on? Because they don't tell you. They try and keep the herd calm.
Yeah.
They keep you in the dark to what's going on. You only get the information you need generally. Mm-hmm. And, it would just be very confusing of like, were we on there with like Pablo Escobar's son who's being like brought to justice, or
there was a lot of blow. I'll say that.
Yes. Very cartel adjacent. Yeah. So yeah, dude, there's a lot of layers to this little story here, bud.
By the way, I will say, so they were taken and spoken to by the FBI and the deputies. They weren't official, so no official arrests have been made yet because there's like and maybe as of now there has been, but like they have to go through like because they're just getting reports of this.
They're just they're only oral reports.
They're only oral reports, Thomas. That's all it is right now. But they have to watch the video and they have to like decide, okay, did this happen? And then I think they would be the arrest would be made. But I got to, and this was a Delta flight, by the way, and
classic Delta.
I will say I have been screwed by Delta a number of times, but never like this.
Yeah, dude. In general, I don't know that air travelers getting weirder or wilder per se, but I'm definitely hearing about a lot more incidents.
Yeah.
It feels like people are becoming very bizarre on airplanes.
Wait, when you say incidents, like, are you talking about incidents like this or like in general incidents like violence or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about this beforehand, but like, my algorithm was smooth sailing until I watched one video too long of some people getting kicked off a cruise ship.
Yeah.
And then for a solid month, all I saw was people getting dragged off of airplanes. Mm-hmm. There was that like truly unhinged woman who like, did you see it? Grabbed the hair of the lady next to her and wouldn't let go and was like just calling her all kinds of filthy names and stuff. Yes. Like, and like it being the meanest I've ever seen somebody be. Yeah. While also being, I don't want to say what she was going through, but like it didn't seem like she probably normally acted this way. Yeah. But we just have cameras now. You can use your phone on airplanes. Mm-hmm. You can record these things. So I wonder if they were always going on, and we just didn't know about it. But I think seen so many insane videos of, and now we've got the AI into it. Did you see that video that was going around about the woman trying to get her kangaroo onto a flight?
No.
So it was the AI generated video of a woman trying to board a plane with the kangaroo and being like shot down. Okay. And it just went viral. And like, if you don't look close, if you don't know what's going on, you think like this really happened.
Really? That's incredible.
Yeah, there's lots of videos going on of real things happening, and then the fake ones are coming in behind it. It makes you think that every flight is absolutely insane. But I'm curious. We're going to keep up the tradition of not looking up or having any actual information on this podcast. But I forget what it was, but there's just millions and millions of people who fly every single day. Mm-hmm. There's thousands and thousands of flights out of like LAX alone.
Yeah.
And, these incidents are so few and far between. But when they actually happen, now that the video is spreading around, it makes you feel like you might have a crazy flight next time you get on an airplane.
And I think that's what it is. It's out there in the real world. It is pretty boring, I think, to a certain extent. Like every flight I take, knock on wood so far is, it's boring. Nothing's happening. Uh-huh. There's not even that fun stuff happening. It's just a guy who decides to have a tuna salad sandwich next, and you're like, dude, really? Like that's the biggest threat that I've had.
I'm thankful for it because I love to travel.
Yeah.
But you see one video, and and it just makes you think like, oh, this might be. It's just not the case.
Yeah.
I've been on hundreds of flights, and I've never had anything but boring instances. A couple of turbulence flights, like where I was reacquainted with some kind of religion. Other than that, really nothing to speak of, and I'm grateful for it.
That's the way to go. That's what you want, boredom on a flight. And then you get to your location, and you're so excited. Like the flight, I know we talk about the journey, but the flight should never be the most fun part, ever.
It shouldn't be, but that flight there is always so much better than the flight back. On flights to vacations, on going there, I'm always more inclined to book a little nicer seat on the way there. Spend a little extra money on the way there than on the way back.
Yeah, because on the way back, you're just like hungover, either physically or just emotionally, and you can just sort of crash out.
The trip's over. I'm sliding back into my normal life, which is not a Hawaiian vacation.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine if I come back on economy.
Yeah.
But, baby, on the way there, a lot of times I'm going economy plus.
Yeah, you are. Look at you. Look at you.
I love getting into it. Well, so no charges have been formally brought as of
the reading of this.
This recording.
Yeah.
But, I hope everybody's okay. And I hope nobody on that flight had their trip to Honolulu compromised because they were getting ready to have a wonderful time. And I almost can't blame these people because I think going from Minnesota to Hawaii is such an intoxicating idea that you could lose your mind a little bit in the process.
He was having a luau in his pants, and we were all invited.
Oh, man. Pulled pork. Anyways.
All right, I think we should move on, Thomas. So, because this is what we're here for. Remember, we're here for a number of things to the listeners and viewers. We're here for comedy, for tropical travel. We're here for Salem witch history deep dives. We're here for spiritualism of the oceans, and we're here for heartbreaking news, like this couple on a flight to Hawaii that apparently joined the Mile High Club. And chime in, let us know. I don't think even this happened. I don't think it counts. I don't think maybe they're like auxiliary members at best.
Yeah, Mile High or side eye. Tell us in the comments.
I'm feeling good, Thomas. Do you know what the only thing that would make me feel better right now is?
I have a feeling I do.
It's cracking open the good book.
Oh man, let's get into
Blowing
it.
Off
cracking
the dust,
the good book.
Just opening that spine, looking into the annals of history. The greatest book of all
time. If you look into the annals of history on a plane, you can also be arrested.
That is considered the Mile High Club. Yes.
Depending on how wide you spread them.
Yes.
Chip, what's your Guinness Book of World Records fact? And for everybody at home, we're working on the 2025 Guinness Book of World Records here. Every week, we're each bringing you our favorite fact of the week. Chip, what caught your eye this week?
All right. I was so excited for this episode because I was really thinking, I was looking for the best. We've done some really interesting feats, and I decided to hit this one. I don't know if you know this, but we got a record in 2025. The tallest man ever.
Okay.
Okay. Do you happen to know who that is?
I love it. I'm not familiar with who the current record holder is. Is it the one I'm familiar with, or do we have a new reigning champ?
Who's the one you're familiar with, Thomas?
Gosh, I do not remember his name, but he was an older British gentleman, Coke bottle glasses, face like a frying pan.
Dude, you are going to be so excited.
Okay.
The record holder for the tallest man and tallest person ever lived is your boy, Robert Wadlow. He's the guy.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the crazy part, though. This is a Mandela effect thing. This is Sinbad's genie movie of the Guinness Book of World Records.
Really? Because Sinbad didn't have a genie movie. It was Shaquille O'Neal.
It was Shaquille O'Neal. Right. Here's the thing. Robert Wadlow, not British. If you had to ask me, I would have put $1 million on the fact that he was British. He's not.
They call him pounds over there, Chip.
They do. They call him pounds. I would have to drop some quid. But he is your boy that you are thinking about from way back in the day. Coke bottle glasses, the whole thing, always wearing a suit. I think that's what it was. The glasses, the suit, he had a cane. He's a classy, classy man. So I think
Mr.
we
Peanut
thought
type.
he was from jolly old London.
Uh-huh. And he is not. Where's he from?
You ready for this? He's from Alton, Illinois.
Get the F out of here.
He is the Alton Giant. That's what they called him. Also known as the Gentle Giant. We'll get into that. But Robert Wadlow, they did a spread of him. Literally, it's almost like a pullout. It's like a centerfold.
They didn't spread his annals, did they?
They spread his annals all over the book. If you go into the 2025 edition, they have like a 2-pager where you open it up and you turn it the other way. Again, very Playboy-esque. But it's a picture of him. He is now an icon.
It's a centerfold with 14
It just
turns.
keeps flapping out. Like, we got to keep flapping, just like a fan. Just oh, we're almost there. We're almost to the knees, Thomas. We're almost to the knees.
Woo! I am getting the vapors.
Just that old, musty Guinness Book of World Records smell of that paper of that book and just folding out, and it hasn't been unfolded in decades, so it's just all dusty in there. See, that's like finding One-Eyed Willie's treasure map. Like that's what that would be. And so I want to do this because I was so excited because it's the guy. This is not a new record, Thomas, but he still holds the record. He's still there, and he has been named an icon. The Guinness Book has done this thing now where they have these, this kind of like almost like lifetime achievement awards kind of things. Like they're the icons thing because he's the guy. And I'm going to say this right now, Tommy, that kind of freaked me out when I was a kid. He kind of scared me a little bit because he's a literal giant.
Yeah.
How does he get like that? Is he going to hurt me? Like those are some of those pictures that we talk about from those early days of the Guinness Book of World Records where you're like, whoa, this guy is freaky. This guy is scary. And I'm here to tell you that he was not. You're not going to have nightmares tonight, Thomas, at least not about this. Okay.
Yeah. And he's from the Midwest. I assume this is just a lot of corn-fed whole milk lifestyle.
Absolutely. Yeah. So he was born in Alton, Illinois in 1918. Okay. So I think it was outside of St. Louis, Missouri. So it's like, I guess, pretty far south in there.
Right there on the border.
Thank God for his mother. He was a regular-sized baby. Just a regular size, just came out normal. Oh, he's a regular kid. But then it was found out that he had an enlarged pituitary gland that it shot out way too much HGH.
Grow juice.
Yeah. Exactly. And just boom, he just started growing like crazy. By the time he was 8 years old, he was already taller than his father, who was 5'11". So like in 1926 or whenever that was, 5'11", that's a pretty tall guy, but like average to tall by that standard.
Yeah.
So his dad wasn't a slouch by any stretch, but he also wasn't a giant. He was 5'11". So by age 8, he was already taller than his dad. By his graduation in 1936, he was 8'4".
Wow, that's a tall drink of water.
8'4" at graduation, and at graduation, he was voted most likely to do whatever he pleases. Because who's going to stop him?
Giants often are.
So he did have to wear leg braces. This, I guess, part of the health issues, with the growth or whatever. He had to wear leg braces, and he generally walked with a cane or a walking stick. So he had that.
Yeah.
At his tallest, Thomas, and this is still the world record today, was 8 foot 11.1 inches tall. So he's basically 9 feet tall.
You're almost bumping your head on a basketball rim at that point.
Absolutely. Like his head would hit the net, like the bottom of the net.
Yeah.
100%. At his heaviest, he was 491 pounds.
That's a thick stick right there.
That's a big boy. Now, here's my favorite part of this whole story, and this is why I want to do this one, because it's that guy that we talked about in those old black and white photos, and you're like, oh my God, what's this dude? He did have a job for a while traveling with Ringling Brothers Circus, okay? But he was always in the center ring. He was never in the sideshow. He was like, no, I'm not doing that. And here's my favorite part of Robert Wadlow. He always just wore his street clothes in the center ring. He refused to wear a top hat and tails like the circus wanted him to. They wanted to get him all drawn up. And he would just, it's the most punk rock thing I've ever heard. He would just walk out and be like, hey, what's up? I'm Bob. Like, hey guys, that's it. And I'm just a guy. I'm just here. Yeah. I'm 9 feet tall, but whatever. And so he was just like, yeah, I'm not doing any of this freak show stuff. I'm just a regular guy. By all accounts, he was super nice guy. He was kind of funny about what, about his situation. He was just, everybody just loved him in his town. They were just he's just a regular kid. And, he was just bigger, I'm just Bob. So that's why they called him the Gentle Giant or the Alton Giant.
Yeah.
Thomas, do you want to guess what size shoe he wore?
Ooh, size shoe. Let's go with well, as we all know, I wear a size 16.
Yes, you do, Thomas.
So I imagine he's a little bit bigger than me. Let's go size 24. Chip?
Size 37 shoe.
A size 37?
37. They cost $100 to make at the time, which is $1,700-ish today. They had to be custom made. So what he did was, after the circus, he started traveling the country. He toured with the International Shoe Company and did appearances to show his big shoes so they would get that. And here's the thing that I always really liked. He always considered himself working in advertising and marketing. He wasn't I'm not some sort of traveling oddity freak show thing. He's no, I'm just advertising their shoes. They can see these giant shoes. This is what they do, whatever.
Yeah.
And he did that. Now, unfortunately, when he was traveling with that, one of his ankles got irritated by the leg brace, the one leg brace he had on, created some blistering. Happen. It got infected. Okay.
No.
Yeah. And back then, infections, they didn't know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
He actually had some blood transfusions and surgery, but unfortunately, in 1940, a couple weeks after this initial thing happened, he passed away at age of 22. Now, I always thought he passed away because I think sometimes you hear about these people, they have a shorter lifespan, but this was actually just from a irritation, a blister that got infected from his one leg brace. That's what it was. He was only 22 years old, passed away in his sleep after trying to get this infection apparently had a 106-degree fever for a while. And when he, at his funeral, he was buried in a coffin that was 10 feet, 9 inches long. It weighed over 1,000 pounds. And he had 12 pallbearers with 8 assistants. So basically 20 people carrying him out. But the thing that, and there's even some video of him, you can see him speaking in some of these things, that I think I used to be so freaked out by, who is this man? He's a giant. He just seemed like a regular dude from Alton, Illinois. Yeah. And he's like, hey, what's up? I'm Bob. Loved him. That is my Guinness Book of World Record, an icon, a legend, Thomas. Pulling back the books, the pages. Robert Wadlow, the tallest man ever.
Let's give it up for Bob, huh?
Bobby
boy. Dude, that's great.
Yeah.
That is a great fact. Thanks for running that down. Mine, we don't talk about what records we're going to be discussing. Mine also has to do with extreme size, Chip. Can you even imagine?
What?
We were just on parallel thinking. We were on two different coasts looking at the same body of water.
Somewhere out there.
Figuring out, somewhere out there, finding world records that have, as Coolio said, size on the rise and emotion for your ocean. Coolio's got the potion to keep the party going.
Just the also greatest poet of all time in the Guinness book.
Yeah, R.I.P. Coolio and Bob.
Yep.
So as you well know, summertime is the right time for a lot of things. But here in my neighborhood, it also means spider season.
Whoa.
And they have come out with a vengeance.
They have a score to settle.
They do have a score to settle with me, apparently.
Yeah.
Just all over the neighborhood, all over my property. And I'm just clearing out spider webs left and right. And on the door to my office, the last 4 times I've tried to enter it, a spider web across the whole thing.
Oh, my God.
And these spider webs are so intense that the other day we saw a full-sized monarch butterfly at the peak of its monarch butterfly power, incapable of escaping these gigantic webs that are thrown around here.
Wow. Shooting for the king and landing.
The wire, I think.
Yeah.
But inspired by my real-life circumstances, I wanted to check out what's the biggest spider in the world.
I'm sold. I'm in.
And for that, we have to go down to South America to find. It's so wild because you talked about a giant.
Yeah.
And this spider is literally named the Goliath bird-eating tarantula, Chip.
Oh, my God.
It's a Goliath.
Yeah.
Only rivaled by David in popular culture. The Goliath bird-eating tarantula. And this bad boy gets big. On average, it can get to 6.2 ounces.
Oh, my God.
Which is roughly the weight of a very heavy-duty pack of playing cards.
Okay.
And has a leg span usually of around 9 inches, Chip.
That's a personal pan pizza, Thomas, right there.
Oh, it's very personal if the legs are this hairy. But I want to take you back to a simpler time.
Okay.
A time before Mile High Clubs. A time before videos on airplanes. We're going back to 1965.
Ooh.
When a naturalist from the San Martin expedition caught a Goliath bird-eating spider with the leg span of 11 inches, Chip.
Oh, my God, Thomas.
Near Rio Cavero, Venezuela.
Just
An almost a foot-long spider.
Yeah. That's
Who is known primarily for eating birds, not unlike the snakes of Snake Island,
right.
who had to adapt to largely a bird diet once they killed everything else that lived on Snake Island.
Yeah. How do they even catch these birds? Do they catch these birds in giant webs?
They got to do something. I'm not super familiar with it, but I do know that they have, some form of venom in their bites. But they're sizable, dude. If they get at 11 inches, if you get those arms wrapped around a little bird, it's donezo. I'm sure they also can crawl for eggs, find people in their nests.
100%.
Really, really spooky stuff. I thought the biggest spiders would have been in Australia.
Yep.
If you look up videos of huntsman spiders in Australia, it'll ruin a couple of nights' sleep for you.
Yeah. 11 inches. Like, I would be that naturalist in Argentina or Venezuela, wherever it was, and just walk past and be like, oh, hey, look, a fake spider. Somebody left their Halloween decorations up. And then I'd be dead.
Not in 1965. I don't think they were making them like that.
Man.
I would have set the record finding that spider for highest pitched male scream. And maybe the quickest 100-yard dash after that.
You'd be setting records all over the place. Yeah.
And I will just freak out, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just walking out my front door in the morning and just, like, these spider webs are so taut that when I walk through them, the branches on the trees that they're connected to visibly shake before it breaks.
Because they're scared, Thomas.
The trees are scared.
But so, Thomas, to recap, 11-inch spider. By the way, 11-inch spider. That was my nickname in college. Actually, it was Chip. It's
still your
that
nickname.
As not scary as Robert Wadlow was.
Yeah.
You brought the fear factor right back in with that, and I love it.
Yeah, it's true. And, by retroactive Subway pricings, that's almost a $5 spider.
100%. Yeah.
That's it for the good book. Yep. Good gravy, do I love the good book.
Yes.
It's time to move into another segment, though, Chip. Something that's a little more chiller, a little more fun, and just has a positive outlook on the universe. I'm talking about Mr. Jimmy Buffett, and each week Chip and I do some deep, deep research to bring you, the viewer, and each other a brand new fact about Mr. Jimmy Buffett that only the hardest of hardcore fans, the largest of parrot heads, might already know. Chip, what did you find out about Mr. Buffett this week?
Jimmy Buffett lived to be 76 with a real feel of 82.
Just that constant tropical area there.
He just brings the heat and the chill at the same time. It's just the perfect weather all the time.
Let me hit you with this. Jimmy Buffett once played Twister barefoot. Scientists still call the aftermath Hurricane Andrew.
A lot of spinning, a lot of energy.
Dude, it's a sock-on-foot game.
It is a sock-on-foot game. It is a twister of twisters.
Can you imagine Mr. Buffett with the force he had, ignoring that rule and the power he could generate from a barefoot twister?
Torque is what that is. Torque.
When you've got that much power, you got to be really careful.
It's going to screw up the Gulf Stream is what it's going to do when you're that powerful.
It's silly. It is a silly beans thing we do. I love it. Buddy, I think we're running out of time here, man.
We mentioned the luxury travel. Let's tease that for next time.
Oh, yeah. We got to push that.
There is a new form of luxury travel out there that we are uncovering that we're going to be a part of. I'm very excited about.
We're very excited about it. I'm very excited about the Sunburnt podcast where we talk about comedy and tropical travel. Until next time, stay burnt. Front desk.
Hi, this is Mr. Chantry in room 308. Could you please send up 2 irons?
2 irons?
Yes, and some paint cans, 100 feet of clothesline, a blowtorch, a bag of feathers, some super glue, and 100 micro machines.
Mr. Chantry, you cannot keep trying to home alone the maid.
She knows what she did.